Hey everybody, welcome back to the Carryandcut YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I really do appreciate you stopping by and watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, also leave a comment down below. It really does help out the channel, and I love interacting with everybody out there. So today we are going to be doing a little bit of a unboxing, I guess you could say. Of course, I already took these out of the box. I know what's in here, but I want to show you guys what the lanyard man himself sent over. So Steven and his little dude over there, Dom, he sent me these knives to check out, and I'm really excited about it. There's some really cool stuff in here. Actually, all four of these knives are really interesting and pretty cool stuff here. So why don't we just go ahead and start? We'll start with the Spydercos and work our way down right here. So this one's pretty cool, and you guys can see the top on top of the box here. This one's a really cool knife also. So let's see which one was. We'll save that one for the second one. Probably just gave you a sneak peek of that one. But this is a Gecko Customs smock. So it's kind of like a. He said that he was looking at this one, he didn't know it was actually like a mini size. So this was the Spyderco smock, but it's a Gecko Customs. Yeah, Gecko Custom Knife Works. So it's a pretty cool. Of course, it has it's a mini smock, S30V, micarta scales, acid wash, and yeah, the Lynch clip. But it has their Gecko Custom Knife Works logo on it. So it's pretty cool. It's I mean, everything about it is shrunk down a little bit. So we actually have another smock that we're going to compare it to right here. But it's pretty cool. They did a really good job on the acid wash, the stone wash. Their blade shape is just really, really cool. I like how they did it so many. And these micarta scales are really nice to the touch too. So Gecko Custom Knife Works, they are a pretty cool company. I've actually never heard of them before until just recently here when me and Steven were talking about this knife. And it's just a really cool overall thing right here. So you can see, I feel like they just, if anything, they just chopped off the last little portion of the man. It's kind of different all over. It's kind of crazy how they had to have moved the actual clip positioning and everything. But you see, they definitely chopped some off the blade up there, and I'm pretty sure it's still the same blade that came from the factory Spyderco right there from the smock. But they must have just moved the clip down a little bit, chopped off some of the back, chopped off some of the blade, and there you go. So it's a pretty cool design how they got that figured out right there. Of course, it's pretty much still the same old Spyderco that you know and love. This thing is set up for left-hand carry. Steven is a lefty, so really nice though. The smock is a really awesome knife. Of course, if you guys have never experienced one, it's going to be a really user-friendly knife at the end of the day. The button actuated compression lock is always a winner in my book. Really do love it. Ergonomic and just fun to use. So we're going to get that clip swapped over to a right-hand tip-up carry, and yeah, I'm a righty, so that's the way I like to carry my knives. And then we have this was, I think it was the GP Knives exclusive. I think that's who came out with this one. I'm not too sure on that one. I'm pretty sure it was GP Knives. So this is the white G10 smock with the CPM Rex 45 blade. Of course, it's got DLC on the blade right there, and then the white G10. This is definitely a big ticket item too. A lot of people really wanted to get this knife, and yeah, they sold out immediately within an hour. I'm pretty sure they sold out. So definitely pretty cool. Still the same smock that everybody knows and loves. I know I just had a smock recently on the channel, and that was from the Knight's Edge. His had the the titanium Kevin smock scales on it. But this thing is really cool. That white G10 is, something different. It feels different than any other Spyderco's G10 that I've ever handled before. But I really do like that, Stormtrooper look of it. Of course, you got all black liners in it. Of course, the DLC blade, black clip, black hardware, all the accents. Just really cool. And yeah, really need to get that clip switched over. It's kind of a harder thing to worry about when you're used to that clip being on the one side, and you kind of use it for an anchor point when you're doing reverse flicks and stuff like that. But really cool knife overall, and excited to see it, that's for sure. I was really stoked on him sending me those two to take a look at. And this knife is really cool too. So this is the Dead Reckon Knives Ridgeback. This is in 3V steel, which 3V is super impressive stuff if you guys don't know anything about that one. This is an aluminum, so it's really cool. It's an aluminum integral button lock, and it has this crazy blade shape on it. This thing is called, I can't remember what the actual blade, they have different kind of, well, I know the Ridgeback is obviously the model, but they have a different kind of whatever they call the blade shape. So obviously it's their kind of take on like a Warncliffe. It still has a nice pokey, somewhat of a pokey tip on it, and we do have a really robust, thick blade stock. And of course, 3V being a super, super tough steel. This is going to be a really, really good user. But something cool about this knife, other than it being, of course, an integral aluminum button lock, this pivot is actually, it moves with the knife. So it's kind of a it's a whole entire different pivot system of what you're actually used to on most pocket knives. So if you depress the button and you have your finger on the back of the pivot, it's not going to really go anywhere because you're putting pressure on it. So you really have to keep your fingers out of the way of that pivot for the knife to actually operate. And it's pretty cool, especially this knife is, they are made in here in Central Ohio. And of course, I'm from Southeastern Ohio, so it's really cool. And they have, for what this is, made in America, integral aluminum button lock, super nice blade steel on it. These are coming at like $375 at River's Edge Cutlery, and of course, that is a great deal. That's you can't really beat that for what you're getting out of this knife. Of course, it might not be for everybody, but it is it definitely is really cool. It's yeah, pretty cool. And they have their actual logo. This is kind of their logo back here as the actual you can kind of flop this clip around right here. It's pretty cool how they integrated their own logo onto the knife. So that is a really cool another addition. Definitely jealous of Steven's collection. He's really got a heck of a collection going on nowadays. All right, now I want to I want to save the best one for last, but this is one that I've really been excited to look at here. When he got this knife, he was going back and forth about it. Of course, this is the Winter Blade Co. Factor. So this knife made waves in the knife community when it finally did come out. Of course, it has a like not a bearing, but a magnet, some kind of a magnet operated lock. So I'm really not too sure about the inner workings of this knife or how this thing actually operates, but I'm definitely going to be looking more into this thing. He told me to take it apart, do whatever I want to do with it. So I'm definitely excited. I know there's some kind of, I don't know if that's like a tritium beam thing in there, whatever that is, but that thing glows blue in the dark. So that's pretty cool. You charge it with a light, it glows blue. I like the carbon fiber. I don't even know what this, if that's like the magnet cage or what. I think this is the actual part of the lock right there. Obviously, you pull that back and the knife can fall. There is some resistance in there just because of the actual magnet itself. But there's all sorts of opening methods with this thing. You got the thumb roll, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure how you slide that. Not sure really what the deal with that dude is. There is some kind of wizardry going on the inside of this knife, but it's really cool. It makes a really awesome audible sound too. As soon as you depress that, it's not a flipper tab. I don't even know what you want to call it, that actuator, something like that. Really cool. We got M390 blade steel on this one. This really nice titanium milling going on here. It's just a really, really cool overall design, and it's very intuitive. I know, like I said, this thing definitely made waves in the knife community when it did come out. Really cool sheep's foot blade on it. Of course, M390 is going to be, definitely good stuff. Brian Winters is a really great designer, and he's coming out with some really good stuff, even, something even different nowadays too, which is really cool. So definitely a brand to be on the lookout for. I know they are definitely pricey, and if you can even find them, these are kind of a rare model, I'm pretty sure. So they're not, going to be for sale all the time, especially you're going to have to mostly find them on the secondary, I'm pretty sure, because when he has drops, they sell out just about immediately. So definitely pretty cool. So I want to say thank you, Steve, for sending these knives over. Dom, you too, buddy. Really do appreciate it. So we got the Gecko Custom Knife Works Mini Smock. We got the Rex 45 Stormtrooper Smock there, GP Knives exclusive, I'm pretty sure that was. We got the Dead Reckin Knives Ridgeback. And then we have the Winter Blade Co. Factor. So these are going to be the knives that I have for now to take a look at. And of course, I still have a whole bunch of knives from Jimmy Crow also. And we still have videos coming out from one of our other subscribers, Nick. So we got a whole bunch of knives going here. So hopefully be prepared for some content coming up here in the short, coming days and weeks. Got a lot of stuff to go through, a lot of stuff to do, a lot of knives to carry and test. So, of course, I'm going to try to get in the live streams as much as I can also. So I really do appreciate all the support. And we will see you guys on the next one. Thank you.